Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I know it's been a while since my last video, and that's because I was in the process of moving from my home to my college, and now I'm in college and I'm living far away from home, so I don't have the usual setup where I'd be comfortable in my sofa or my bedroom. Today I feel a little nervous because I'm shooting outside the comfort of my house, but my new home. Anyway, I'm here. I've been waiting to take another video to talk about another one of my absolute favorite books, and it is none other than Twisted Games. The way I lost faith in Ana Huang after Twisted Love, to me, I felt like that book was like very toxic, and it was like it could have been better. Like it had a nice plot, and I felt like it was dragged, and there were so many inside stories and less focus on the real love story. So I felt like it could have been a better book, and it wasn't. So that was really upsetting for me. So I just gave up in the series, and I was like, I'm not gonna buy another book, and I couldn't really complete that book either. But then college, new me, new fields, new everything. So I found myself going back to Ana Huang, and a major reason for that is because I came across many reels about Jules and Josh, and I was like, they look really cute together. Like, I like the idea of them. So I was like, I have to give the series another chance. It's okay, maybe the first book is that. The other books get better. So I told myself I was going to get the rest of the series. And that's how I got myself Twisted Games. And I got myself Twisted Hate as well, and later I got myself Twisted Lies, which I'm currently reading and will talk about soon enough. But yeah, when I got myself Twisted Games, I was like, I'll just finish it off because I just want to go and dive into Twisted Hate. But the way this book had me on chokehold, I was like absolutely in love with the way the detail, especially the cover of the book, it has like a tiara and pearls, and I feel like that's the most gorgeous cover out of all four books. I feel like this has the most gorgeous cover ever, and it gives off a really royal and like vintage royal and like princess kind of vibes. So I loved it a lot. And like the story, I was so shocked because like Bridget is like this absolutely sweet, cool, chill person, and in my head also she's like the most prettiest person I've ever seen, kind of. Yeah, so like when I'm reading this book, and like I got an idea about the whole bodyguard princess situation, but I didn't know it was giving off princess protection program, it was giving off princess diaries, it was giving off a lot of things all together, and I was like, wow, this is like absolutely amazing. And whenever I got even a little bit of time, I was just reading this book on, and you can ask my classmates in university. I'm just like sitting there with my book open and just reading aggressively, and they're like, aren't you done yet? And then they see me the next day with Twisted Hate and the other day with Twisted Lies. So yeah, getting into the story, I'll try not to spoil it in any way. So like Bridget is this princess, previous bodyguard like leaves, and in place comes another one, and that is our Mr. Rice. And like I don't know how we pronounce the name, but I don't think that's important either. But like Rice is like this, in my mind also he's got this Greek god kind of body structure, and like he's very chill, he doesn't talk much, this, that, the usual of course. And then Bridget is like a little bit of sunshine energy as well as the boss bitch kind of energy, but like yeah, that was cool as well. And like she doesn't follow his orders, and she makes it a point to make sure all the rules that she lays down is followed as well. And I just think that's the most amazing person ever. She's not being like a doormat in like every other book you see, all the girls being like, okay, whatever you say I'll do that, but she's not like that. She's like, this and this, you gotta do this as well. And it comes to a point where he starts opening up and getting in like, and like making changes to his very strict tight security rules, and making it lenient enough so that she can also have her time and enjoy, because she is a princess and it's very important for like her safety is very important. But him like slowly melting, like thawing down, and being this person that is like her best friend kind of a situation. And like she's being a princess, she won't have that many close friends, and her girl gang is like perfect. I love them so much, like Ava and Jules and Stella, and they're like always there for her, and that's like really sweet. So there was this huge twist in this book, and I kind of saw it coming on Reels, and even the twist in the end, I saw that coming in Reels as well, but that's not important. When I'm reading this book, everything feels new to me. Every situation is new to me. Every person talking, everything. It's just like, I'm not seeing any of this coming, even though I knew like what's coming next. I'm like, oh my god, that's happening. That's how I was going. But like, yeah, story wise, 10 on 10. The whole plot structure, 10 on 10. The characters, 25 on 25. And the crawling scene, I wasn't a fan. It's maybe because I don't like it. Maybe I'm the kind of person who likes the woman ruling over everything, and like I don't like taking orders from guys. Maybe it's just because of that I wasn't a fan, but like I think for people who enjoy the scene, it would have been such an amazing scene for them. But for me, I was like kind of cringing, but like that's just a personal preference kind of situation. It's not really important. And yeah, the characters are just like amazing, and I can tell you the way Anna has like changed her writing style from like Twisted Love to Twisted Games. You can see the improvement. It's crazy because this book is like so beautifully written, and I physically cannot. I feel like this should have been the first book, and like Twisted Love should be rewritten into a better version, but that's not important, and I'm not undermining her hard work in any way or form, but like this book is just that good. It's actually amazing, and I don't want to spoil the book in any way or form, and I just want to like skip into the part where I talk about how amazing this book is. And this book really brought my faith back, and this book was the reason I immediately went and bought Twisted Lies as well. And it is also the reason why I'm going to give Twisted Love another chance, because I feel like I can see the better in the book now that I've enjoyed this book very much. And yeah, this is my absolute baby. This is my child. When I joined uni, I was having a hard time making friends, and I feel like this book was my best friend towards the time. So I have special attachment towards this book, and otherwise too. This book is like absolutely amazing. Everyone should just like give it a go, because I feel like if you've been disheartened after reading Twisted Love, this book is an absolute roller coaster, and it'll just like make you feel better about everything else. And you know, the cameo as in her girl gang and the boys, four of the boys, their entrances as well is like truly amazing. And you know, the reason why I felt like giving Twisted Love another chance is because Ava and Alex, not only in this book but every other book, they're just like shining. They just shine better than the actual couples in the book, and I just think that's super super cool. And otherwise, well, this book is on my top 10 list, which I will give in pretty soon. I'll make a top 10 kind of video in the near future. But otherwise, this book, it has my whole heart, not only because it's my best friend, and not only because the theme of the book is like bodyguard into princess, which is absolutely cool. And even the plot twist, as in the last plot twist in the book, I felt like for many people it must have been obvious when they were reading the book, but for me, I didn't see it coming, even though I knew what was going to happen because I was spoiled by Reels. I was like, this is just so beautifully like well done, and like I was like, wow, this book is it. And like, it's a chunky book. It's a very chunky book, and like I think I can't buy books which aren't as chunky as this anymore, and I just have to give it to like the person who designed the cover. This cover is absolutely amazing, and it is my favorite cover so far, and I will not let anyone talk bad about this because it's my baby. And yeah, this book is, out of the four, I feel like this book is the absolute best book, and maybe I should hold on to my comment after reading Twisted Lies as well, because like I'm reading it and I don't know if it's as amazing as it is. It is okay so far. I haven't enjoyed it as much as I did this, but yeah, this book is absolutely amazing. Twisted Games, if I was to like rate it on 10, I'd give it 10 on 10. It has my whole heart, and the purchase of this book was like absolutely worth it for me, because I didn't feel like, oh, I shouldn't have bought this book, I should have got something else ever, because like it did justice to every character on the book who had a book of their own. Like, it's perfect in every way or form. And I feel like if I was to recommend the Twisted series to anyone, I'd say go for Twisted Games first, and then Twisted Hate and Twisted Lies. And if you actually want to go read Twisted Love, give it a go. But I'd say if you want to have a mark you would have to start with Twisted Games, our absolute baby, our child. And I just want to say that this book brought me back to reading like crazy, and I bought the whole series of the book, and I'm so happy. And I never once felt bored reading this book, and even the spicy scenes were amazing. I can't talk about it much over here. It was so amazing. I was like, throughout the whole series, but that's not important. We'll get into that later. But yeah, no, I'm just kidding. But yeah, everything was amazing. Even the sad scenes, even the parts where they were having hiccups, like as in between the couple, that was also sad. Like I felt with them. I felt everything in the book, and I just don't think I can finish talking about this book ever. It was the first purchase of that I felt so like wow, because the series is kind of expensive, and the fact that the series did justice to the pricing, as in when it comes to the quality of the book and everything, I just wow, love the book in every way and form. And I just want to say you all should give it a go, and that the next book, Twisted Hate, is amazing as well, and I'll get into that later. And if I had to say which is my favorite book, that is going to be Twisted Games forever. So thank you very much for watching this video, and I hope to be regular posting more videos, and I hope that you all enjoy my videos, and buy Twisted Games because it's amazing. Bye bye.